Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this video where we're going to be looking through my top 5 cheap strikers that you really need to be using because these guys are super overpowered. They all cost under 20k at the time of making this video, and they are sure to go down over the course of FIFA and be some really good cheap bargains. Obviously, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to hit that like button and obviously subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you have any suggestions for me and everyone else watching, let me know who you guys are using, who's been banging the goals in for you in the comments below. Any cheap beasts are always greatly appreciated, and any suggestions for future videos in other positions are always good. Okay, so we're going to kick off now with our first striker, and we're going to go ahead and put in Rodrigo. Now, Rodrigo is an absolute beast in this game. Many people will look straight at Anarchy Williams in this league, but he isn't actually that cheap. Rodrigo, on the other hand, is very affordable. He cost me under 10k, which at the start of FIFA is very good for an 83 rated player with some insane stats. And this guy really does perform. He is brilliant in game. Obviously, he has got that electric pace, which is always a fine thing. Anyone with sort of 88 and above pace as a striker who can finish and is pretty usable in a good league is always going to be sought after. And Rodrigo is exactly that. He is so fast, it is unreal, which makes getting him in behind very, very easy. He also comes with decent dribbling and okay physicality to his game, but what's more, he is very clinical in front of goal with some great movement and just overall fantastic sort of overall striking performance, which is exactly what you want. He sort of reminds me of a Jamie Vardy of the Spanish world, to be quite honest, and he's really, really solid. We'll have a look now at his attribute details, and you really can see the effect that this guy has. He is brilliant. Obviously, ignore the sevens. That is because he is on the bench and we don't have any players around him. But this guy is incredible. Those base card stats are so good. 90 on the pace overall, electric, as I said before. Then you come on to his shooting, very good attack positioning, decent finishing at 80, really solid on a low rated goal card. Very good shot power, long shots, volleys and penalties all neat and tidy. He's got a bit of passing to his game, vision's okay for a striker, pretty good. Short passing also neat and tidy, very nice curve. Agility, very strong. Ball control and dribbling also really good, and decent composure too, as well as reactions. And then he's also got really solid heading because his heading's good and his jumping's good. And he's also got okay stamina and strength, making him a really valid pick. So in our second spot, we're going to go ahead and put in another striker, and we are going to go for Rebic. Now, Rebic plays in the Italian league for AC Milan, and he is a brilliant player. I love this guy. He's got a lot to his game, as you can see by the stats. Very, very solid overall, and he plays really, really well. 88 pace, so he's quick again, which is always sought after an ultimate team. He's got 80 shooting on the base card stats. Passing is okay. Dribbling not amazing. He is a bigger player, a stronger, taller player, but he's okay. He's got enough hold up play, ball control to his game to do something, but he's also got great strength and aerial presence, making him a great target man, great for hold up play, bringing in others, getting on the end of corners and crosses, etc. And he also has the pace to get in behind, which so many tall strikers just never have. I loved Rebic. I thought he was really solid, a great pick early on if you are building out a Serie A team and want a really solid, reliable striker who is very, very prolific in front of goal. Looking at his stats, as you can see, yeah, there's a bit of a discrepancy between acceleration and sprint speed, but he is pretty quick overall. He won't feel as rapid as maybe a Rodrigo or a Vardy, etc., but he is quick, and that's mainly because he doesn't have the agility and balance, and he is a tall player, but he is quick enough, and he definitely can get in behind, which is always good. Really solid attack positioning, finishing and shot power is exceptional. Overall, with the right chemistry style on him, this guy can be an absolute beast. He's obviously got the strength and aggression, which I absolutely love, and a bit of aerial presence, as well as decent dribbling and okay passing, making him a very usable striker that will only cost you between 2 and 3k, which makes him one of the biggest bargains in this video. So now we move on to our third pick, and we go to the Premier League. So I'll just go and find, there he is, Callum Wilson, and I'll bring him down. Callum Wilson, again, is a really solid player in FIFA 20. He's always been a really good pick over the last two or three FIFAs. Many people's go-to striker for their starter squads, and with good reason, because he's always been quick and he's always had solid finishing, decent physicality and dribbling to his game too, and that really does continue in FIFA 20. Great for getting in behind, very, very fast. Really reliable in front of goal with some solid finishing, and then he's got the dribbling and he's got the physicality game as well, so he can do a little bit of everything, but he is definitely a player that you're going to get in behind and he will cause havoc time and time again. Very prolific, lovely movement on Callum Wilson, and obviously a lot of people will use Premiership teams to start with and throughout FIFA, and Callum Wilson is a great pick for those teams. Obviously doesn't cost very much, but look at what you get in return. A player with 84 acceleration and 89 sprint speed. Then you have 83 attack positioning and 83 finishing. Those two sort of attributes combined with the pace would be absolutely desired on any top striker in any league. So that's really, really solid. Yes, his long shots aren't brilliant, but that's not what you're going to use Wilson for. So that really doesn't matter. His passing isn't up to scratch, but that's okay. He's got enough with his short passing to play a little give and go here and there. Dribbling wise, it's all pretty basic, but it's good enough and it's standard across the board. You know, 70s in that sort of mix up towards the high 70s, and overall it's pretty usable. He also has decent heading with good jumping and physicality, also making him a really, really solid player for that hold-up play aspect, which he can definitely do a little bit of. So now we move on to our penultimate player, and we go back to Spain, and we have Marella. So I'd never heard of this guy, to be quite honest. I'm quite a good football fan overall, and I do pay attention to a lot of leagues, but this guy really took me by surprise. I was browsing Foothead, saw this card and thought, wow, and I actually luckily enough packed him, and what a card you get. Oh my god, this guy is incredible. 82 rated overall, but look at the stats on him. 89 pace, 81 shooting and 85 dribbling. Yes, his passing and physicality defence aren't very good, but the three main areas that you need on a striker, this guy delivers. Very similarly to Rodrigo, but I would argue better, because he's maybe not quite as quick, but he has much better dribbling, much better shooting in my opinion, just overall to make him one of the most underrated cards in FIFA, and one that won't be used very much, but is an absolute gem, and you definitely need to go out and buy this guy. He is phenomenal, so good in front of goal, really reliable, great for getting in behind. Yes, he hasn't got the hold-up play element to his game, he isn't going to win many headers or etc., but he has the dribbling where he can take the ball at speed and he can get himself in. Also got a really good weak foot, which is always really handy with 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, as you can see there. When you come and you look at his overall game though, what a player. I mean, the pace is up there. It's 88 acceleration coupled with 90 sprint speed, so extremely quick. Then you move on to his shooting column, which is all in the green, really consistent. 84 attack positioning with 83 finishing is phenomenal, so good for getting in. And he also has a bit of long shots and shot power too, so with the right chemistry style on him, this guy can be prolific from absolutely anywhere. His dribbling column is incredible. Agility could be a bit better, yes, but he's got the balance, his reactions, ball control and dribbling there so high. Also really good with his composure, and he's got great stamina too, which I always love on faster players. So we finish up now and we will move on to the Premier League again. We will have to change it to centre forward, as I haven't changed him yet. We have Jamie Vardy. I have always loved Jamie Vardy cards, and this year maybe he isn't quite rated as highly as he should be, because this guy bangs goals in the Premier League every single season. He has been so prolific for Leicester, and he is in game. He was brilliant for me. I love Vardy's tenacity, his pace, his endeavour. always creating chances out of nothing. He really does press people well. He scores goals. He is just an exceptional striker that you should definitely go after for your Premiership team, especially early on, because he delivers time and time again. And we'll have a look at his attribute details now, and you can really see why he is so sought after, because his pace is still really high. 87 acceleration coupled with 88 sprint speed. He should, in my opinion, have better agility and balance. Those things, you know, they're okay on the stats. I think he's got much better in real life. Composure's good, but where he really excels for me is that incredible attack position at 86. Then you throw in the finishing and shot power both at 85. This guy is so good in front of goal. He's got the pace and he's got the intelligence of runs to get in behind, to get into good areas, and then with that finishing being so clinical and the shot power being so ridiculously strong, he will find the top corners and he will blast it past the keeper before they've even had a chance to dive. He is just that good. Yes, his long shots aren't maybe there, but with the volleys, with the penalties, and with the right chemistry style on him, this guy will be so good. He also has that aggression. He has a decent amount of strength, feels better in game, I think, really does. And then he also has the agility in the air with that heading and jumping to be very problematic at corners and set pieces. So that does conclude the video, guys, with my top 5 cheap strikers that all come under 20k. Let me know if you guys have been using anyone else that's been really good for you that falls into this category, and peace.